Hola friends, welcome back to Moving to Spain. If you're thinking about moving to Spain, you're probably carrying a highlight reel in your head. Mediterranean sunsets, tiled plazas, café con leche, on a sunlit terrace, weekend trips to charming villages, and a life that finally breathes at a human pace. All true sometimes. But any move that changes your weather, your language, your paperwork, your social circle, and your daily rhythms is not a postcard. It's a process. Today we're going to slow down, take a deep breath, and talk through 7 things you need to know before you pack boxes and chase a Spanish sunrise. Here's the promise. I'll tell you the good, the hard, and the nobody warned me about this parts. We'll talk bureaucracy that feels like a sport, language beyond hola and gracias, costs that change with the map, holidays that stop the country cold, schedules that bend time around lunch, a diversity that might surprise you, and why your move won't bloom until you make Spanish friends and keep an open mind. By the end, I want you confident, prepared, and honest with yourself about what it takes to make Spain home, not just a destination you visit, but a life you build. Let's begin with the word that humbles everyone: bureaucracy. Spain does paperwork with a personality. It isn't just forms, it's a sequence. Appointments that require pre-appointments. Documents that require certified copies of other documents. And counters that close exactly when you finally found the right building. It can feel like a scavenger hunt where the prize is the right stamp. What does that mean for you? First, expect multiple phases: visas, residency cards, empadronamiento registering at your address, Social Security, health system registration, bank accounts, tax numbers, each with its own checklist. Second, expect inconsistency. 2 offices may request slightly different supporting docs. One official smiles at a photocopy. Another insists on a notarized original with an apostille that you left in a drawer back home. Third, expect time gaps. An appointment next week turns into one next month. A simple update takes 3 visits because the person who does that is only in on Tuesdays before noon. How to survive? Treat it like a project. Build a master folder with labeled tabs. Keep digital scans of every document. Carry passport photos. Bring originals plus copies. Learn the polite phrases that open doors. Tengo cita, a las 10:30. Me puede indicar dónde. Befriend a local gestoria if your budget allows. A gestor A is a fixer for forms. They know which window to knock on and what that shrug meant. Yes, there's a fee. No, it's not wasted money if it saves your sanity. Most importantly, schedule your life with flex. Bureaucracy rarely bends to your calendar. And impatience is not a Spanish administrative language. You can live in an expat bubble speaking mostly English, but you will live well in Spain only when Spanish lives in you. And Spanish here isn't a single voice. You'll hear Castilian with its famous CZ sound. You don't need to master every dialect. You do need to be brave and consistent. Set a language rhythm before you move. Pick an app for daily drills, a YouTube teacher you like, a local class the week you land, and small conversational goals. Order at a bar without switching to English. Chat with neighbors in the elevator. Ask a pharmacist a question and listen for their follow-ups. Learn the bureaucratic phrases. Necesito empadronamiento, cita previa. Documentation additional, justificante. Learn service words. Para levar, una de bravas para compartir. Me pones otra. Learn polite frames. Te importa. Si podrías. Sería possible. And watch how Spanish politeness often uses softeners instead of direct commands. Expect a middle season where you understand more than you can say. That's normal. Keep talking. Keep making mistakes. Keep celebrating tiny wins. The day you resolve a problem at a government counter using only Spanish, no translator, no English rescue, write it down. That's the day Spain stops being a stage and becomes your living room. Is Spain cheap? The only honest answer is, It depends. Spain is a continent-sized variety pack inside one border. Madrid, Barcelona, parts of the Balearics, San Sebastian. These can shock you, especially for housing. Smaller cities and interior towns can be generous to your wallet. The Canary Islands have different energy costs and a different tax regime. The north may ask more from your heating budget. The south may nudge you toward air conditioning and shade strategy. Build a budget that respects geography. Map it city by city, not Spain in general. Compare rent by neighborhood, not just city. Add a utilities buffer for winter if you aim for the plateau or the north. Ask locals about community fees in apartments, which can add a monthly surprise. Consider transport. A big city may be pricier, but could erase your car expenses. A coastal town may cost less in rent, but ask for a car if buses run like folklore. Groceries and eating out can still feel humane compared to many countries, especially if you shop seasonal markets. Embrace menu del dacte at lunch and learn the rhythm of weekly specials. But if you expect a forever cheap Spain of your friend's Erasmus year a decade ago, update your data. The country is wonderful. It is also moving with the world. Spain has national holidays, regional holidays, and local patron saint days, and sometimes they all land in the same week. December, for example, can feel like a string of "we'll do it after the holiday," which is after the other holiday. Add to that the calendar reality of the workday. Many offices, especially banks and public administration, run heavy mornings and gentle afternoons. The legendary siesta is less a universal nap and more a rhythm reset. Shops closed, shutters down, streets quiet, then lively again in the evening. What does that mean for your life? Means you schedule paperwork before 1:30 p.m. You learn that a great lunch can be as productive as a meeting. You stop assuming that peak hours are universal. You keep a 2 to 5 p.m. Plan, read, rest, language practice, house errands, administrative websites. You let go of the idea that closed equals lazy here. Closed often means respecting a different pace. Embrace the evening. People walk. Kids play in plazas. Terraces fill. Your day can be long and rich. You just have to change the shape of your hours. If you want to understand Spain, sit at the table and don't rush. Lunch is late and serious. Dinner is later and lighter, less you're out with friends, in which case the clock becomes decorative. Meals here are not refueling stops. They are social architecture. A weekday menu del dacte can be 3 courses for the price of a mediocre sandwich elsewhere. A Sunday family lunch can last 3 hours and solve problems that emails never could. This rhythm will ask things of you. If you're used to a noon lunch forever, you'll be hungry at 12:30 and confused at 2 o'clock. Adapt with meriendoth, late afternoon snack that rescues your patience. Learn how to order rachones and tapas to share. Learn that the person who insists you try their grandmother's recipe isn't being polite. They're inviting you into belonging. Also, learn market life. The fishmonger who knows your name. The produce stall that tells you which tomato is best today. The bakery that sells out by 10 if you sleep in. Your to-do list will still matter. But if you surrender to the table, Spain will begin to hold you. People arrive thinking Spain is Spain. Then they travel a bit and realize Andalusia is not Galicia. Valencia is not Basque Country. Extremadura is not Catalonia. The Atlantic has a different soul than the Mediterranean. The Pyrenees whisper different stories than the plains of Castilla. The food changes, the music changes, the architecture changes. Sometimes the language itself changes. Even within a single region, West can feel different from East. New festivals, old customs, different ways of relating. This diversity is your playground and your humility lesson. You will discover how little you know, how much you assumed, and how generous people can be when you arrive curious instead of certain. Take the train, rent a car. Visit in the rain, not just in perfect weather. Ask why that dish belongs to that town. Ask what locals are proud of and what they wish outsiders understood. Spain resists cardboard stereotypes. She prefers specifics. The prize for respecting that? A life that never gets boring. Here's the hinge. Your move will rise or fall on relationships. Make Spanish friends. Say yes to coffees you didn't plan. Join the club for the thing you love: paddle, hiking, choir, ceramics, a neighborhood association. Speak your imperfect Spanish and watch how quickly the guy from abroad becomes Juan or Laura's friend. Don't retreat into a permanent expat echo chamber. Those communities are helpful and comforting, but if they become your only room, you'll never learn how the house really works. Keep your mind open and your judgments soft. Spain will test your patience, reward your flexibility, and change your definition of efficiency. On some days, you'll think nothing works. On other days, everything will line up like choreography and you'll wonder why you ever rushed through life. Celebrate the wins: your first residence card, your first neighborly favor, your first full conversation without reaching for English. And when you hit a wall, remember why you came. A different life, not just a different address. So 7 things. Bureaucracy you prepare for. Language you grow in. Costs you map carefully. Holidays and schedules you learn to dance with. Food that rewrites your day. Diversity that keeps you curious. And community that makes the whole thing breathe. If you bring patience, planning, and a genuinely open heart, Spain will meet you more than halfway. And one day, you'll look up from a long lunch, hear the hum of a plaza at sunset, and realize you don't just live in Spain, you live with Spain. This is all for us today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss later videos. Until next time.